Hello everyone, this will serve as a step-by-step video on how to log in and complete the admissions application. You will start the process by going to Barstow Community College's website, barstow.edu. Next, you will look for Getting Started on the top right side of the screen. Scroll down and click on Step 1, Open CCC. Now, Chad will show you how to complete the admissions application.
This will take you to the CCC Apply page. If this is your first time applying to the college, you will select the Create an Account link located at the bottom. This will take you to the Create Your Open CCC Account. You will then click on the blue Begin Creating My Account tab located at the bottom left side of the page. This will take you to the first page of creating the account. The first section will ask for your legal first, middle, and last name. There are checkboxes located on the page if you do not have a legal first or middle name. There are also two questions at the bottom of the first section asking if you have a previous name such as a maiden name or if you have a preferred name different from your legal name. The next section will have you enter your date of birth in the format of month, day, followed by the year, and then you will confirm the date. The next section will ask you if you will provide a social security number or a taxpayer identification number. You will select the box that applies to you. There is a box located at the bottom of the page if you do not have a social security number, a taxpayer identification number, or if you decline to provide one at this time. This will take you to the second page of creating the account. In the first section, located at the top of the page, it will ask you for your email address. Then it will ask you to repeat that email address. The next section will ask you for your telephone information. You are then asked to input your main telephone number followed by a second telephone number. Please be sure to include an extension if this applies to the number you listed. The next section will ask you to check if your permanent address is outside of the United States or if you do not have a permanent address or would be considered homeless. If none of these apply to you, you will enter your address in the format of street address, city, state, and the zip code. This will take you to the third page of creating the account. The first section will ask you to create a username and password. The username must be a minimum of 6 characters long, and you may include letters, numbers, and special characters. Your password must be 7 to 20 characters long. You must have letters with at least one number. You will be asked to repeat the same password under. The next section will have you create a security PIN for additional security. The security PIN must be 4 digits long. You will then enter the security PIN and then repeat that same security PIN under the first one. For the final section, you will be asked to select 3 different security questions. This will conclude creating the CCC account. If everything was done correctly, it will take you directly into the application for Barstow Community College. Thank you. You will start on the My Application page, and to get started, you will click on the Start New Application button located in the middle of the screen. This will take you to the first page and the start of the Barstow Community College application. On this page, it will ask you to select which term you will be applying for. Your education goal, which for example could be obtain an associate's degree and transfer to a four-year institution. After that, it will ask you what your intended major or program of study will be. Once on the next page, it will ask you for your current mailing address. If your current mailing address is the same as the address you listed on the CCC Apply account, you may select this box. If your mailing address is outside of the United States, you may select this box. If you have a new permanent address, you may fill out the following information in the format of street address, city, state, and zip code. Once you are completed, you may click on the Continue button located at the bottom of the page. Now, on the third page of the application, this page will ask you for some of your education information. The first question will ask you for your college enrollment status. For the example for the video, we are applying for fall 2020, so it will ask us for our enrollment status as of August 16th, 2020. The next question will ask you for your high school information as of August 16th, 2020. The following question will ask you to select one of the options on the last high school you attended. Your choices are: I attended high school, I was homeschooled in a registered homeschool, I was independently homeschooled, or I did not attend high school and was not homeschooled. It will then ask you for some information about your high school, such as the country and state it was located, and then the name and city of the high school. Next, it will ask for some information on your transcript from the high school, such as the GPA, the last English course you took and the grade you received, the last math course you took and the grade you received for that class. Once everything has been answered, you may select the Continue tab located at the bottom of the screen. Once on the next page, this page will ask you for your citizen/military information. For the citizen question, it will ask you to select from the following: U.S. citizen, permanent resident, temporary resident, refugee, or if you have a student visa. For the military question, this will ask you to select if you are actively serving or have served in the past, or if you are the dependent of someone who is serving or have served in the military. This will take you to the residency section of the application. The first question will ask you if you have lived in California continuously since August 16th, 2018. For the next section, it will ask you for any out-of-state activities. You can select any of the following that may apply to you. I paid taxes outside of California. I registered to vote outside of California. I declared residency at a college or university outside of California, or I filed a lawsuit or for a divorce outside of California. If none of these apply to you, you can just leave this section blank. The final section of this page will ask for special residency. This will ask you to select yes or no if you have ever been in court-ordered foster care. For the next part of the application, this will be asking for needs and interests. The first question will be a yes or no, asking if you are comfortable reading and writing in English. The next section will be for financial assistance, and the first question will ask you if you are interested in receiving information about money for college. The following question from that section will ask if you are receiving any CalWORKs, SSI, or any general assistance. The next section will be if you have any athletic interest, such as, yes, I am interested in one or more sports, including the possibility of playing on a team, or yes, I am interested in a club sport, but not playing on a team, or no, I am not interested in participating in any sport beyond taking a PE class. The next section will ask you to select any of the following programs and services you would be interested in. You may select multiple services, and once you are finished selecting those services, you may click the Continue tab at the bottom of the page. The final part of the application will ask for your demographic information. The first questions will be on gender transgender. The first question will ask you to input your gender. Your choices are male, female, non-binary, or you may select that you decline to state. The next question will be a yes or no, asking you to state if you consider yourself transgendered. The third question will be on your sexual orientation. You may select from the following, or you may decline to state. The next set of questions will be on your parent/guardian. These questions will ask you to select from the following, which describes your parent/guardian's education level. You may select unknown if this information is unknown to you, or you may select if you were not raised by a parent/guardian. The next section will be on race and ethnicity. The first question will be a yes or no, asking if you are Hispanic or Latino. The next question will ask you to check all of the ethnicity boxes that would apply to you. After that, you may select the Continue button that will take you to the final page of the application. This will take us to the submission part of the application. You may choose to review your application this time to make sure all information is accurate. Next, it will ask you for your consent to release your information. It states that I authorize the Chancellor's Office, California Community Colleges, and the community colleges I am attending to release necessary personal information contained in my education records, including my social security number for the purposes described below. And then to read off the bullets. To federal or state agencies to evaluate jointly administered programs or to comply with reporting requirements. To data matching services to measure student success in transferring to four-year colleges or universities. To colleges, universities, or government agencies to promote outreach to students and to enhance transfer. To the California Student Aid Commission to facilitate the award of financial aid. And to organizations of agencies assisting the Chancellor's Office or the community colleges you attend with research analysis. Next, it will ask you to check the boxes to show that you declare the following. By clicking here, you declare that all the information in this application pertains to you. Under penalty or perjury, the statements and information submitted in this online admission application are true and correct. I understand that falsification, withholding pertinent data, or failure to report changes in residency may result in district action. I understand that all materials and information submitted by me for purposes of admission become the property of Barstow Community College. The next one, by checking here, you acknowledge that you understand federal and state financial aid programs are available and may include aid in the form of grants, work-study, and/or any available student loans. I am aware that I may apply for assistance for up to the total cost of my education, including enrollment fees, books, supplies, transportation, and room and board expenses. I may apply for financial assistance if I am enrolled in eligible programs of study, certificate, associate's degree, or transfer, and may receive an aid if qualified, regardless of whether I am enrolled full-time or part-time. And last, financial aid program information, application assistance are available in the financial aid office at the college. The application is also available online. Now, you may select the Submit My Application located at the bottom of the page. You should receive a confirmation email shortly after submitting. You will also receive an email with instructions on how to access your BCC ID, which will be your B number. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was able to help you complete your admissions application to Barstow Community College.